Let's move on to main topic number 2. And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by GuyWithTheGirlsNameMPH, who writes, with the mass shutdown of theaters worldwide, let alone nationwide, could drive-in theaters find their niche? Going to see a movie in the safety of your own bubble, i.e. your vehicle. Do you think the handful of drive-ins seeing an increase in sales, as some reports around me? Furthermore, if this social distancing circumstances continues for many months and likely leave some people nervous of others, could drive-ins be coming back? All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And it's great that you sent that in because Ann and I had planned on going to the drive-in last night. We ultimately decided not to go just because there was a good chance of rain. And we thought, we don't want to be sitting there in the car trying to watch a movie with the windshield wipers on. So we didn't go. We're planning on going another time. But you're not mistaken. Your spidey senses are tingling and your spidey senses are correct. As a matter of fact, somebody in the film industry sent me the official charts that the industry people get. And for this past week, 10 of the top 14 performing theaters in North America were drive-ins, ladies and gentlemen, which, I mean, from Sacramento, the Starlight, Paramount Drive, a lot of them in the Los Angeles area as well, as you can see there, but drive-ins being thing. I actually got a message from somebody saying they actually work at a drive-in, and they were finding that their ticket sales had tripled, other than normal circumstances and stuff like that. And Rob, the reality is drive-ins are a overlooked and quite frankly neglected national treasure to me. I love drive-ins, and yet I've barely gone in the last 15 years. I love drive-ins, and yet I've never gone. It's just one of these things that most people I talk to, when you ask about the driving experience, everybody smiles. Yeah, the driving experience. But when's the last time you went? Drive-ins are a national treasure. And especially in days like today, with the things that are going on, when you can actually go to a movie, stay in the protective bubble of your own car, still maintain social distancing, not be around other people, and yet you're still being able to do something. It's kind of a neat thing. And again, these numbers, I think, speak a lot to that, that so many theaters, so many of these drive-ins have been doing well. Anyway, Rob, when is the last time, I'm curious, that you had a chance to actually go to a drive-in theater, and is that something you've considered? You and Elizabeth thinking about stuff like that. Is that something you've considered doing? What do you think about this little surge? And could we see this reintroducing drive-ins to the movie-going public, and maybe this will have positive effects for that industry moving forward, even after the crisis? What do you think?
Well, growing up where I'm from in Seattle, we had a lot of drive-ins. And not a lot, but we had drive-ins. And for my high school graduation, we all packed into a drive-in and saw a double feature of Terminator and Rambo First Blood Part 2. And at one point, because we were crazy and we were graduating, we threw ropes. We climbed up the back of the screen and rappelled down the front of the drive-in screen while the movie was playing. And we all got kicked out. But I haven't been to a drive-in probably 25 years. Because again, I loved drive-ins growing up, but as I became a fan of technology and wanting to hear thunderous surround sound, drive-ins, it was always the sound that got me, because you had to use the speakers that you'd hang in your car, and I just haven't been to one. But the experience of going to them was always fun, especially growing up. Like, we had a Ford LTD station wagon, and you could fit like 10 people in it. So, you'd paid per car. So you'd fit as many people in the car as you could. Not that you were getting away with much, but then you'd all go, and it was hilarious. And half the driving experience wasn't even watching the movie; it was hanging out. Going to buy your refreshments. It's like in the movie Grease. They go. Yeah. There's a big scene at the drive-in, and also seeing drive-ins in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What is it, Cliff Booth?
Yep, he lives around the back of one.
He lives around the back of a drive-in. I was like, oh, drive-ins are such a slice of Americana. I bet they could apply new technologies to them. And maybe, I don't know if we'll ever see drive-ins come back, but I love drive-ins.
Yeah, and now with the sound, like Ann and I researched the theater we were going to go to last night. Like now, instead of getting those big metal speakers you put up in your window or whatever, they now transmit on an FM signal, and you just tune in your sound system in your car. So we were all excited because we got our cooler out. We were gonna pack up the cooler with some drinks and some food. We were just gonna go watch, but the rain kind of got in the way of that. But anyway, guys, question is, what do you think about the whole thing about the slight resurgence of the drive-ins? Are you tempted to actually go to a drive-in theater? Do you think maybe people rediscovering the drive-ins could have long-term positive effects? I have my doubts about that, but wouldn't it be great if it did? What do you guys think? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.